Well, hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel today. Y'all watching another episode of Real Country Live. I had a comment the other day in my the last video I done. They want to see more of the live scope footage. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna just do it all pretty much in live scope footage, and I'm gonna have me in the picture screen at the bottom, and I'm gonna show you guys how I'm doing approaching these trees down here and catching these big old slabs, And we're right here at Florence Marina, my old place I got. Old place to come to all the time. Old Florence Marina. Get a shout out to Florence Marina down on the Chattahoochee. Woo! We love coming and catching these old slabs down here. But I'm gonna do this video here will be totally for live scope footage, and I'm gonna show you how the techniques, and I'm gonna give you a couple of bonus things this morning too of my techniques of how I'm approaching them on these trees and the lures I'm using, and some of the techniques I'm using to catch these fish. So hey, I appreciate y'all commenting, appreciate everybody watching the channel, and hey, let's go get them. And I'm gonna show you how I approach this creek in here, and show you how I get on these trees and just stalk them. I'm basically doing like a bird dog. I'm just kind of, I'll get in here and bump my little old my trolling motor a little bit and just kind of look around, pan around till I see them. Because see, the waters down at the river, I got about 3.5 to 4 foot visibility, and that's plenty. And we're just coming off a major front. The other day it was right at 70 degrees in here Thursday when I was in here on the last video, and today, this morning, it's 27. I mean, what a change, I mean, this is Georgia, typical Georgia weather. And we're just coming off a major front, and yesterday it was windy as all get out, and I was going to try to come down here Thursday and do it, but I looked at the weather, and we're supposed to have 10 to 25 mile an hour gust Thursday. So I said, oh, I better go on down there and do one. Do a video on this live scope footage. And what I do is I look for these trees, so we get started, and I'll show you the baits I'm using. I'm using the Lake Country baits. This is the ice color and the chaos. Go scroll down on your menu and then go to shopping in there, and you'll see the chaos bait. Now this is the 2.5 inch bait with the paddle tail, and this is the ice color. And I like fishing with a pink head. I don't know what it is. I've caught them. I catch them on chartreuse too. But my main bait, my go-to bait, is the one with the pink head on it. I love a little contrast. I like that contrast. And now they can see it real well. They can pick up on it real well. And the other bait I use is the underspin. Now this is a Crappie Thunder. This is the Crappie Thunder. It's all beat up. And it's the chartreuse head. It's the 1/4 ounce underspin. And I've got the Lake Country baits. They call it, it's a curly tail grub, but he calls it hot tails. And go on their website and look at it. And go on his website and look at it. It's got the, I can't think of the color, it's blue with the chartreuse tail. Any kind of blue, it's a blue one with the chartreuse tail. I can't think of the color. And I'll put it in the description box below. And at the end of the day, when I get through. But these are my two go-to baits for these big crappie down here. Now I will use a double rig jig. I got a couple double rig jigs tied on. But the ones I've been really been forming well for me is the paddle tail and the underspin. But I'm just sticking with them, and you don't want to fix what ain't broke. The old saying. So what we do is we start out in here, and go in here and get on the daggum. Turn on this thing again, buddy. Repairing that file. Got to repair file. These old dead cameras. Hey, something else. But what I do is I go in here and I'm just going to the bird dog and these crappie. And there's nobody down here with me. Nobody's fishing the way I'm fishing. You'll try to go up and look at them. They're more in the kind of the middle of the creek up in here. They're not in the mouths, and they're not kind of in it a little bit. They're on up in here and about the middle of the creek. And what I've resolved with them is I think the big girls are coming up in here and staging, and they're hanging out in here until springtime. And the ones I've been catching, they full of eggs. They got roe about that long, and it's probably about that big around. It's small. It's about like a maybe a nickel, maybe. And they starting to put on the eggs. Now that fish I caught the other day, the biggest one I caught was 1.5. That 1.5 I caught. Now, if I'd have caught her butt on in the springtime, I didn't measure the length on her. But I bet you that fish would have been close to 2 pounds. I didn't measure her lengthwise, but she was long as a sink. And when I get home today, I'm gonna take a tape measure, and I'm just curious. I put her in the sink, and she was head to tail in that sink. So I'll measure that fish. I'll measure that sink, and that was her length. And I'm gonna see if I can see what she measured. I'm curious to see. I bet you she was close to 14 and a quarter long. She was a long thing. And but nobody down here is doing what I'm doing as far as on these trees. I had a guy come in another creek on me the other day, and in a pontoon boat. He was fishing minnows. He said, I just can't catch them. He said, I'm catching small ones. And I didn't say nothing to him about it, but when I get back on him, I need to tell him how to catch them. It's hard. You gotta, and he had a live scope too, but he's not approaching them right. And I wanted to do that this morning. I want to show y'all a bonus, just live scope footage and the baits I'm using and how I approach these trees. I'm not going to keep any fish today unless it's a 2-pounder, because I'm looking for a trophy now. I done caught between last October and now in here, these 2 creeks and down at another couple of creeks, I've probably caught over 400 crappie in 3.5 months, going on 3.5 months. I probably caught close to 400 crappie. I had to look back at my pictures. The most I've caught, me and Caleb Scott, a buddy of mine, in an earlier video, we caught 45. We probably caught 55 that day. And the most I've caught by myself is about 35 to 40. And I limited out one time. Now that's something else, limiting out, boy. Woo, I had a good day. But I'm averaging about 10 every time I come in here. I was going to tell y'all, I had one the other day, the last video I just done, I had one the other day. That's the shad. There's the shad right there. That's a bunch of shad. And but there's shad in here, there's skipjack in here, there's spotted bass in here, there's maybe catfish every now and then. And but I'm just panning up through here. I'll bump a little bit and ease up. I'm not really going at them full force. I don't want to scare them. And especially when you get on a big one, it's worth it when you get up to one and she's about 1.5 pounds and you get her in the boat. Ooh, Lord. That's like biscuits and gravy there, boy, when you get a big one. Get my net out. I brought my net with me this morning. How'd it go? So I brought my net with me. Got it ready. Man, I was hurting it the other day, man. Every time I'd catch a fish, I'd get nervous. But I didn't lose one. I got them all in. So let's pan out through here. Let me turn that back on. Till I get up here and get ready to set up on one. Then I'll start recording. I want to get set up on a fish and then I start recording, because it's hard for me to time when I catch that fish and when I got it on film. So I have to do a little special editing for y'all. I mean, I think it'd work on quick out. I'm not sure. I think that's the way you do it. I'm not into that part of the quick out thing. I ought to do quick out. Do it through the quick out app. And do both of these cameras simultaneously. But I just like, I'm just used to doing it this way. It's a beautiful morning. I mean, it's still as all get. I was scared it's gonna be daggone windy this morning, but I looked at the weather channel and it says it's gonna be light and variable. I said, "Oh, I better go." I'm going when it's not windy. I can't. That wind is something else. I mean, it'll camouflage you a little bit, but I would rather get on them when it's just like it is right now, a little glassy. But you got to watch it. You got to be real careful when you're approaching them. You don't scare them. And today's not a bluebird day. It's kind of hazy. It's a little bit hazy right now. It ain't too bad. But I like it when it's sunny because they'll come up in the water column and they get real tight to those trees. Generally, when I'm coming in here and I see one crappie on a tree, they're real close. And I think there's one right there. There's one right there. So let me try her. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try her right there. I'm gonna try this fish. So I gotta come up to her. I'm about 65 feet out. I gotta ease up to her a little more. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try this fish. If she don't respond, I'll just go to the next one. But every one of them's different. Every one of them's different. So I'm closing the gap on her now. Get out of here. I don't know if she'll draw on it. I ain't gonna mess with her. Come on. I had to slow it down. That's the deal. I had to slow it down. Slow it down. All right. Had to get one. That's a good one. So that's how we do it. That's how we get on the trees. And that's probably, let's see how big this one is. It ain't that big. It ain't no pounder. But he's a good one. I don't think it weighs about 7 ounces. I'll weigh this one for y'all. Yes, he's a little fella, don't weigh 5 ounces. He's a little bitty fella. He ain't no pound. He ain't no pound. That's a good one. Let him go. All right, y'all. Coming up on about 5 or so. I'm talking about slabs. They're right there. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, woo. Hope this ain't no daggum. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Baby. That was the perfect scenario, y'all. And that's what I'm doing in here. That's how I'm successful in here on this crappie. I mean, there it is right there. I don't know what this weighs, but she's close to a pound. Let's weigh her and see what we got. Let me come up that donk. Yep, there she is. 1 1 1 1 2 1 2 1. Alright, y'all, there she is. Okay, I'm gonna let her go. She's about 1-3. Look at those magnificent. Look at that magnificent back. See, girl. Get on back down there. There you go. Get on back down there. They them babies. Get them babies. I want to make us some babies. That's right. I got another one, y'all. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Another one about a pound. There we go. That might be. Ain't no pound. He's probably 3/4. He's probably 3/4. Let's wait a little fart. He's 7-7. Little old turd. Hey, boom. He's good. There he is. Another one. Bam. Let's let her go. Catch another one. I just love catching them. I love feeling that thump. Well, hey guys, welcome back to the video. I just want to let y'all know thank you for all your comments and everything for the videos. And I just wanted to show you a couple of things today just to help you out to be a better crappie angler as far as looking at this Garmin and looking at the live scope footage and just learning how to catch these crappie in here in these creeks. And hopefully you take something from it. And I sure appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate all the support for the channel. And hey, we'll see you on the next one right here at Real Country Live. Y'all go catch some crappie. God bless and see ya.